want to look at my net assets account. So here's my unrestricted net assets and my actual balance in here. So this is where we see some of those additional dimensions here. So here's my fund number. One big thing that Fundamentals does is it will close out your funds to specific fund transactions at year end. I can take it a step further too if I want to. If I want to actually close fund 2 to an entirely different account, maybe account 3015 on my ledger, I can certainly do that. So it'll handle both ways. Either I can have everything roll into one net asset account and it's going to keep it separate by fund, or I could have each fund go to different net asset accounts depending on how I want to define and set that up. But so here again, you can see I've got 3 dimensions set up in here. Again, since this is a page in Business Central, I'm able to send this data to Excel if I want to track it there. So I'm going to go ahead and do a journal entry now as well. And we'll take a look at that fund setup here in a second. So I'm going to go and create a new journal entry. I've got this import batch. So another thing that Fundamentals gives us the ability to do is I can actually just import right from Excel here. So I've got an Excel file already set up and I'm able to map those Excel file fields into Business Central. So I'll just go ahead and do this import from Excel. You can have multiple templates set up. So we've got different kinds of journals, payroll. My payroll entry might look very different in the layout from how I just want to key into Excel. And I've also been able to bring in purchase journals as well. I'm going to go ahead and bring this general journal in. I can now browse out to my file. So here's my GL import. I'll open that up, say okay. This is a pretty small entry, but it's actually doing quite a bit of a few different things in here. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm moving $400 from Fund 2 into 2 different accounts in Fund 1. So I'm crossing funds in this example, and I'm also recording them to some different dimensions in here as well. I've also got this utilities expense here, this 8110 going to Fund 1. Oh, I'm sorry. What's this account here? This $300 to 8220. I'm actually recording this to an allocation code as well. So this is that allocation functionality that Jack was showing. So if I go ahead and look at this allocation code, I'm gonna go ahead and just edit this allocation. It's a pretty simple one, but what it's doing is it's going to take the dollars on that line for this allocation. It's going to do a 60-40 split between these 2 departments. So the department I actually recorded to on the line doesn't matter at all. It's going to get overwritten and we're going to see that money split to these 2 departments. And so I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. We've also got some validation rules happening here. So here I can see I've got an invalid line. So the system right away has got some business rules set up that's validating what kind of combinations of my dimensions are okay. I'm also going to show you examples of validations of line approvals. Maybe if a certain criteria is met, we're going to have to require a line to get approved on a purchase order or purchase invoice. And there's also some budget approvals as well here. So in this example, I've got something that's invalid. So I'm going to go ahead and just take a look at what that error message is. So I can do a review exceptions, and it shows me here that I've got a program code assigned to Fund 2 that's going to the administration program code. Well, that value 000 is not valid with this fund. So I either have to change the fund or I've got to change the program. Well, I know the fund is right, so what I need to do is actually change the program it's assigned to. So I can change the program code to, instead of general and admin, to alleviate hunger, close this out, and that right away then switches it over to valid. So again, these are these real-time business rules that are getting applied to my transactions. So now it's valid. I'm going to go ahead and just preview the posting. And so this I knew that was going to happen. I just got a warning message there. I didn't import document number. I certainly could pass document number in, but I'm going to go ahead and set the document number here. So I'm going to go into my functions. I'm going to just have the system default the next available document number in here for me. So now that's good. So now I can go ahead and preview the posting. So that 3-entried journal entry actually is creating 6 total lines. I'm just going to sort this by fund here. So what you see now here is this Fund 1, where I had that dollar amount going to 8220. Here it's done that split between admin and IT, that 60-40 split. So that's that allocation code automatically kicking in to show me those dollar amounts. And then I'm also automatically getting a due to, due from between my funds. So again, I'm splitting funds here. So it's going to take that dollar amount and code it to the offset to 2990, which is my due to Fund 02. And then I've got my due from Fund 01 here that's offsetting my Fund 2. So again, the system is keeping everything in balance. I'm not going to have to worry about my funds getting out of balance, out of alignment. And I can actually, I'll show you the setup of it, but I define what those due to, due from accounts are. So you can have multiple do to, do froms spanning multiple funds. You can keep it simple if you want, or you can have it be fairly complex.